Yes, the war for Tamil throne continues, and let's go over live, in fact, to Poes Garden in Chennai, where my colleague Shiv Arur is joining us now. Shiv, not a single dull moment there in the politics of Tamil Nadu.
Good morning, Smita. Thanks very much. Welcome our viewers to this day 2 of the big OPS versus Sasikala fight. If yesterday was any indication, Smita, today is going to be probably much more intense. Because remember, the key factor that changes today is the arrival of Governor C. Vidyasagar Raos. He's been elusive for the last couple of days since Paneerselvam dropped that bombshell at Marina Beach. But now it's all going to be about whether a swearing-in will take place, whether Vidyasagar Raos, the governor, will actually meet Sasikala and the MLA delegation from the AIADMK, and whether what appears to be this constitutional crisis, this void as far as governance is concerned, is going to be solved. I'm right here at Poes Garden. Behind me is the lane that leads right up to Sasikala's house. VK Sasikala, the brand new power center, a person who mounted her own very, very fearsome attacks on O. Paneerselvam, one half of the 2 big power centers in Tamil Nadu right now. Something that the state is completely unused to. The 2 principal parties in the state have always had single leaders, Karunanidhi in the DMK and Jayalalitha in the AIADMK. So in terms of the flavor of politics and leadership that the state is seeing, things are completely different. Some are saying that the AIADMK is completely imploding, but the fate of both the party and its government will be decided in the next few days. Governor Vidyasagar Raos, who I said has been missing in action all this while, is now scheduled to reach Chennai by around noon today, even though tantalizingly enough, we don't know which flight he's going to be on. His office hasn't announced what flight he's taking or precisely what time he's landing. He's likely to meet Sasikala Natarajan along with other AIADMK MLAs and gauge the options for that future course of action in the state. Well, amidst this leadership crisis that surfaced after Paneerselvam broke his silence at the Jaya Memorial, the ball now lies in the governor's court squarely. A political slugfest has already begun, where both the centre and the Congress are blaming the governor for his absence during such crisis times. The Congress has also blamed the centre for fueling chaos in the state for political ambition. So this is not just a Tamil Nadu story. Rest assured, this is all across India, and politics being played at every level over the leadership void in Tamil Nadu.
It's a flouting of the constitution. It's a flouting of the oath he has taken. It is most disgraceful that a man should go and hide in Bombay when he has got the concurrent charge of Tamil Nadu. He should be sitting in Tamil Nadu. What is the difficulty in sitting in Tamil Nadu? In the governor's thing, he's got enough protection. Nobody is going to harm him. So this whole act shows an attitude which is very, very degrading for a position of.
I want to go straight across to Mumbai, where India Today's Mayuresh Ganapathy is joining us live from right outside the Raj Bhavan in the city. Mayuresh, any clarity? Yesterday there was a message from the Raj Bhavan saying that in the afternoon today is when Vidyasagar Raos will finally see it fit to come back to Chennai, the city that he holds additional charge for as the governor. Any more specifics, or is it still shrouded in total mystery?
It's totally mystery yet here, because there is no other information that we have got from a governor's office. The last message, as you said, that was that governor will reach Chennai in afternoon, but what time, where and which flight he's taking, there is no other message that governor's office has given. And as we all know that Shiv, it's a number game, so all eyes are on the governor, that once he reaches Chennai, whom he calls to stake the claim, whom he calls first, whether he calls Sasikala or whether he calls Paneerselvam, because both the concerned both the concerned parties are saying that they have got the majority. But from here till now, there is no message from the governor's office about his itinerary, about his schedule of today. The only message is of yesterday that governor will be reaching Chennai somewhere in the afternoon, but what time, it's still no clarity on it. Back to you, Shiv.
Mayuresh, given that he is the governor and not a member of a political party, what kind of message is this really sending out? He's the governor of the state, or at least he holds additional charge. He should have been physically here. The public believes he should have been physically here at a time when there is, a constitutional crisis. There is no leadership. There's only a caretaker chief minister in the state. So what are sources in his office telling you? Yesterday he was at a convocation function. He doesn't appear to be interested in coming back to Tamil Nadu to solve what is definitely one of his responsibilities. What are people around him saying? Is he even interested in coming and solving the problem?
Certainly, people around him are saying that he is interested, and even since yesterday he was monitoring all the activities closely. He was watching most of the news channels to see that what exactly is the update in Tamil Nadu and which party is saying that, or what Sasikala is saying. So he was observing all these things were very closely, monitoring all the activities very closely. It was a scheduled function of a convocation. That's why he attended. Even we did try to ask him that why did this delay happen, or why did he making this delay? Why he is not going there in Chennai, because right now he should be in Chennai, but he prefer not to answer that, and he just dodged our question and he left away. So right now also we are standing outside Rajbhavan. Once he come out, we'll definitely ask him the same question, that don't you think so it was too late that he is going Chennai today? But we are hoping that he will answer today. At least he will face us today.
Yeah, I suspect that he's not going to answer any questions from journalists. Doesn't appear to be the kind of leader, who can take questions, and probably believes that governors are above journalistic inquiry and questions. Nevertheless, Mayuresh, thanks. You're going to be putting those questions to Vidyasagar Raos as he tries to run to his vehicle and then fly to Chennai later today. But what is this constitutional crisis really all about? In case you're wondering, we've got a caretaker chief minister in Tamil Nadu right now. You've got an acting governor, and there is a leadership crisis. There is no permanent chief minister, and what the state is staring at is a possible floor test in the assembly. But why hasn't the governor sworn in Sasikala, who has been chosen as the legislature party head of the ruling AIADMK in the state and doesn't have any adverse verdict against her? Technically speaking, she can be sworn in as the chief minister. So what is this constitutional crisis all about, and what do India's biggest constitutional experts believe about this developing story? Take a look.
Sasikala and family forced me to quit.
We have unanimously elected our Chinnamma.
Unprecedented constitutional crisis in Tamil Nadu. Paneerselvam's midnight meditation at Jaya's memorial shattered Sasikala's peace, who was otherwise all set to take the charge of the state from him. Stung by Paneerselvam's revolt, MLAs loyal to Sasikala made a beeline for Poes Garden. Fearing defection, Camp Sasikala packed their MLAs in buses and sent them to a hotel. With the crisis in Tamil Nadu deepening on Wednesday, the spotlight is now on the governor. However, the role and conduct of Governor Vidyasagar Raos is being questioned as he remains tight-lipped about the political storm in Tamil Nadu.
This whole act shows an attitude which is very, very degrading for a position of the governorship.
When confronted by India Today, Vidyasagar Rao ducked the query with a smile.
It looks like that the Governor Vidyasagar Rao has chosen an option to consult the legal experts and the constitutional expert because of the situation which has arisen in Tamil Nadu, especially after open rebellion of O. Paneerselvam.
So let's quickly take a look at the options for Governor Vidyasagar Rao. 5 options at this stage. Option number 1, wait for the Supreme Court verdict in the disproportionate assets case in Sasikala's case and then take a call. This appears to be a likely scenario. Option number 2 is allow O. Paneerselvam, the caretaker chief minister, to withdraw his resignation and then take a floor test. This appears unlikely at this stage. Option number 3 is Swear in Sasikala as Chief Minister immediately. She is the leader of the AIADMK legislature party. She claims to have the support of 130 plus MLAs. She has the numbers in her favor, but this also appears less likely at this stage. Option number 4 is impose president's rule and put the state assembly in suspended animation, but this appears unlikely at this stage. And option number 5, which also is not very likely, is invite the DMK to form the party. But even at this point of time, that does not look very likely.
The governor, to my mind, has not done anything constitutionally wrong.
So how do numbers stack up in the 235-member Tamil Nadu State Assembly? The AIADMK has 135 members, including the Speaker. Of course, they have 136, but J. Jayalalitha passed away, so they have 135. The halfway mark is at 118. So at this point of time, Sasikala, she's claiming that she has the support of over 130 MLAs. She's well beyond the halfway mark. The DMK has 89, the Congress has 8, and the Indian Union Muslim League has 1 and 1 other. So as far as numbers are stacked up within the AIADMK, Sasikala has the numbers. Paneerselvam is claiming he has the support of 50 plus MLAs, but then it depends if the governor orders a floor test.
As Tamil Nadu witnesses huge political crisis, all eyes are now on the governor, who holds the key to resolution of the deadlock in the state. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, joining us live, we've got AIADMK leader Durai Pandian. Also from the DMK, we've got A. Saravanan with us. Mr. Durai Pandian, it's day 2 of this epic clash between Sasikala and Mr. Paneerselvam right now. The governor is going to be coming into town today. What are we expecting to see? Does the AIADMK have a clearer picture of what lies ahead than most of the public and certainly the media does at this point of time? Will Sasikala be meeting the governor with her MLAs today?
Yes, as far as Sasikala is concerned, the governor should wait for a week or 2 for the results, judgment to come out. And after that, if he acts upon it, it will be better. Say, in case if she is convicted, then again, the whole state may have to go in for a re-election. And before that, half the elections may plunge into an OPS faction. Now, you were all talking about the technicalities. My things are about the facts of the case. How do you exactly tell the magic numbers, that is 124, before you could call upon them from the floor? Because they were confined in a hotel, like a life stacks, and they are brought out and unleashed. That's all. And secondly, why are you dumping the MLAs like livestock in 3 buses, putting there in only one hotel in Gindi? They have this itself is sufficient to prove that the OPS was threatened and coerced and compelled at the time of giving his resignation. It has come out to light to the public. You don't have confidence on your supporters. You can easily send all those 124 MLAs back to their homes and ask them to be present today. Why all this?
But Mr. Durai Pandian, yesterday, Mr. Paneerselvam said that he was in touch with all of the MLAs. Is this not the case anymore? Is the Paneerselvam camp not able to contact any of those MLAs anymore because they're all, ensconced and hidden away somewhere in some hotel without their mobile phones?
I cannot say something because, probably the relatives of the confined MLAs would have been permitted to meet them. Through them, they would have passed on the message. Now, there can be cross-outing, right from the beginning in the history of Tamil Nadu, it has been happening. In that case, Paneerselvam will definitely, Mr. O. Paneerselvam will definitely fetch more votes. In that case, now, I'm presuming for a moment, with the little margin, if we fall down, it will last only like Mrs. Janaki Ramachandran's faction for about 6 months. And how did she came back to Purachi Talavi Amma? All the delegates will definitely come behind OPS. And the party will become real AIADMK party.
Okay. He definitely enjoys the public support at this point of time. There's no doubt about that. But I quickly want to, before I take a break, I want to quickly bring in A. Saravanan for a short reaction. Mr. Saravanan, Paneerselvam stands accused by Sasikala of being in cahoots with the DMK, something that OPS has completely denied yesterday in his interview to India Today. But keeping that aside, what is the DMK making of this current political drama that is playing out with all these MLAs, almost prisoners in a hotel at this point of time, and the possibility of a floor test that could be looming to prove power over who will be the next chief minister? What does the DMK stand on this?
See, our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, yesterday met the press, and he was very, very clear and categorical that the governor has to be, in the state immediately and ensure that he install a fully functional government. Whatever is happening in the AIADMK, it is their internal party dispute. I think they have to resolve it among themselves. DMK has got nothing to do with. And he also made one thing very clear, that he had supported the AIADMK government headed by Mr. Paneerselvam and not Mr. Paneerselvam, and he said he is always willing to act as a responsible opposition leader and support whichever government that comes into power in the welfare of the state of Tamil Nadu. I think this allegation is only to gain traction, because we all know that the AIADMK party is a party which has come against, split from the DMK and against the AIADMK. So they think if they are going to make allegations against the DMK, they can gain some traction from the cadres or the public. I think, and that gambit has totally failed.
Okay. Okay, you're saying that gambit has totally failed, but after this very short break, we're going to try and get even more specific. We're going to ask specific questions about what the options before the governor are and what the likely events unfolding today are going to actually be. Remember, there's a protest that's going to be starting by students at Marina Beach in a short while from now in favor of O. Paneerselvam. The governor is going to be landing, and who knows, maybe Sasikala will speak again. I'm Shiv Arur. We're broadcasting from Poise Garden here in Chennai.